Well, the Yankees have always had, their winning ways. The Yankees are always going to be there, no matter what. They're going to figure it out. It's a weird situation with Gerrit Cole because he missed all of last year after getting Tommy John, and he also missed a significant amount of time in 2024. But I mean, their rotation's fine for right now. I mean, you got Max Fried, Cam Schlittler, who burst onto the scene in the postseason last year with that game against Boston, and Luis Heel is a rookie of the year. I mean, they're going to get you over just fine. You got Will Warren. They brought in Ryan Weathers to kind of fill that gap. My bigger question is Carlos Rodon, who is their other guy who was injured. After a complete season last year, 3 ERA, 203 strikeouts, just over a 1 whip, and his 6.1 hits per nine was the lowest in the American League over a career high 195 innings. He had elbow surgery in October to get some bone spurs removed. He's projected to be somewhere back in April. I think getting him and Cole back is going to be the big difference. I think one or the other individually, it's I don't want to say it doesn't move the needle because it absolutely does. But if you're going to say, okay, the Yankees are going to be a serious contender to win the American League, I think you're going to need both of them on top of their already three that we mentioned. I mean, Garrett Cole's a Cy Young winner. I think he's going to be fine. My issue is that, especially if they're missing all of last season, then a lot of 2024, I think they're just going to have a shorter leash on him. They're going to put him on a pretty strict innings count, which I don't know how that's going to work in terms of getting ready for the postseason. Because usually when guys come back after elbow surgery or shoulder surgery or whatever it is, and their throwing mechanics, they don't experience the same ramp up process. And if you go ahead and say full load for a season, it's not going to go right. So I don't know how they're going to manage his innings limit. They'll figure it out. I mean, he's going to be a paramount piece for that team, especially, trying to make the playoffs in a stacked AL East right now. They're definitely going to be trying to win the division, obviously. You're going to need some extra firepower to win with the additions that the Blue Jays, the Orioles, and the Red Sox all made. And I mean, even the Rays, who are kind of like middle of the pack, probably, 75 win team. I mean, the Rays are a team that can get hot and get involved and be a nightmare team in September when you're, one game from clinching and you get swept by the Rays. That seems to happen a lot where it's kind of just like a trap game almost. And then it's like, damn, now I'm down 2 games again. It's like, what happened? We were supposed to win.
Did that happen to the Orioles at some point?
Not the Rays specifically. I think the Orioles were actually on the other side of that. We did it to the Yankees last year. Played spoiler in a 3 game series. We took 2 out of 3, and then the Yankees ended up being second place to the Blue Jays, and then had to go into Toronto to the division series and got smoked.
I was just wondering why you was talking about Gerrit Cole. Do you still use the term ace in today's baseball?
Nobody can seem to agree on what the word ace means, which is kind of weird because, from my understanding, an ace was your best pitcher on the team.
Right.
Somehow that has changed to an ace just being a really good pitcher. A team can have more than one ace. If you hear the word ace, you just think good pitcher. That's kind of my thought
What?
process
Yeah.
behind it.
But I'm still that old schoolish type of type of deal where if I hear ace, I hear you're the number one pitcher in the
Yeah.
rotation, not only on your team, but any team that you sign to, you're number one. And I was asking that about Gerrit Cole because like he's a former Cy Young winner. He was an ace on, the Yankees and the Pirates. But do you think he has to get back to that level in order for the Yankees to win? Because like I said, they have Max Fried, who I'm a fan of pitching wise, Max Fried, and Rodon has a lot of pressure on him to perform. But when it comes to Gerrit Cole, 'cause I think Gerrit Cole is past the point where I look at him as like a dominant pitcher. I think he'll have like good performances here and there, but I don't expect him to be the Gerrit Cole that we've known him to be. So, what do you think Gerrit Cole should be on the team? Should he be like, that guy that goes third in your rotation and takes advantage of, a long weekend series, something like that? How you think he'll fit in his team after missing basically the last 2 or 3 seasons?
It gets weird to kind of place him because I think they're going to lean on Max Fried to be the one in the rotation. But I mean, it just kind of seems disrespectful to Garrett Cole to kind of be like, all right, you're the 2 or the 3 guy. Because I mean, it's Garrett Cole. He's a Cy Young winner, 300 strikeouts in 2019 with the Astros, and probably should have won Cy Young that year if Justin Verlander didn't take it from him on his own team. Seems to happen a lot. I mean, Gerrit Cole's a phenomenal pitcher. I'm just worried about how his health is going to hold up as he's getting a little bit older and, coming off surgeries.